Hello, welcome back to another episode of Gaming with Calvi Calv, Beacon Pines edition.
The interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing. One thing was certain: they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Lucas' house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
Good cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slump. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver.
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squeal.
What in the
The
world?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's
Mr.
there?
Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now, hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We could do this my way, or let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? I don't
Mr.
even...
Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing, punk, around this house? I'm here to help Juniper, to make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran.
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze. Now more.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good lord.
He shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant.
Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we'd better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know? What about the History Museum? Just get set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Cato can help us find it. Let's get some answers. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we worked hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Oh, Cato hung out here so much eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free. It's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you and Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Tank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What do you look for? That's the thing. We sort of don't know. What do you got in this library? What do you got on the history of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
Wow, chapter 8 already.
6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement. But his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you got a better idea, spit it out. Sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Beth slammed her finger down on the open page before...
Jay Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey. We're a little tired here. Let's just take a minute.
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was the name back? In the obit? Jay Hartford? From the Bookville Tribune 8 years ago? That can't be right. What is it? Jay Hartford? That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford. Maybe there are two Jay Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her daughter E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your grand is 6 feet under 3 towns over, then who am I living
The
with?
question hung in the air.
Alright, gang, gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eye.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in the basement? I'll think of something.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up. Dealing with him would be the first order. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerve. He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Why would you just leave the door open? Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to...
Maybe he woke up and skipped his mind and left without a
Or
trace.
maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach, not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day.
Oh, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
Your jam delivery will be
He
delayed.
flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. If Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. No option to go to bed and act as nothing was wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, with each consecutive step, his stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to say something was wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Yeah. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Rest now and let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival! Are we gonna go into the parents' room at all? Where have you been? Graham put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret. No, this one, the one intended for Mr. Nungreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, 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 sly devil. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. Your Grant is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nungreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just put up the podium. Everyone is gathered at the stage. Let's get moving.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Ahem. Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. The town wouldn't be here where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine, so I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine,
He
everyone.
gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Oh heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose he could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a big stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. Those are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I'm a dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which could forever change my life.
Mr. Kerr took a moment.
Or
to
change my
survey
life
the
forever.
crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away.
From a second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize.
Community, conviction, commitment,
Mr.
change.
Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip.
The crowd was silent.
Fate made... Okay. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the fall harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow is just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a Christian.
We now walk hand in hand into the future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was
The
that?
crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain
Mr.
calm.
Kerr quickly flicked through his note card.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I've learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim,
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end on a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything.
Maybe we should just quit?
Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
No, I don't mean. We got a little closer this time. We just need, please.
Good
They
cop,
run
chill
the
cop.
Classic good cop,
Classic.
chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. I gotta play it. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it. Mr. Tolliver shook his head.
Golly, I sure had my
He
bell
looked
rung.
over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This is all a big mistake. Look, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here.
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give it.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. Kids cable will hear him. It's a good scare. Just get out of these ropes and call it
Luca
even.
glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied,
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my grand up to? You just cut me loose? I can show you. How do I know you can trust
Mr.
you?
Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luke, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your grand moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient
Luca
notes,
gestured to the corner.
barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You just deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This all makes sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward.
See, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past
Before
indeed.
the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the.
A past that must be brought
He
to
punctuated his final words by flicking the switch. And
light. Son
Beck
of a...
darted to the wall and turned back on. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
You just locked us
Mr.
down here?
Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep it tight down there and then let the adults
They
handle this.
looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exit. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hanka. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak at the end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in. Back to the drawing board.
A beginner's guide to hostile interrogation. I didn't notice that before.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leave. With a few crisp snaps, she.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modewell girl. Please call me Beck. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
Seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you
Beck
here?
caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Chris. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? A better way to avoid prying eyes. Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. Never knew who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here, too.
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr.
Destroy the
Beck
evidence.
shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yeah, the old gal's nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff and
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down
Beck was
here.
on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like...
Not sure you can finish this up on your... You're sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good, there's one more loose end I'll work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on Scandal restocking the candy shelf. Would you know it? I intercepted an odd phrase in Perennial Harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. So it said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. I gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me in this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf, but all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rollo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine, in the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small...
He said he heard her password on the radio. Any goods by transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to finish the hidden meeting. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14. D would be... Oh. It's an anagram. Nuncrete's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Bro, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's rug store. Nude rug store. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. We're going to investigate next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, like and comment. Make sure you hit that bell, ka-ding, to get notifications about future videos and when they come out. And as always, I will catch you all next time. Kava out. Bye.